What's up, everyone? Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about hand hygiene. It's been all over the media, and if we didn't know before COVID, we know now the importance of actually washing our hands. There's a proper way to do it, and we're going to dive into how we properly wash and dry our hands. So we begin by wetting our hands. Next, we apply the soap. It can be liquid soap or it can be a bar soap. Then we're going to create a lather. As you can see in the top left hand corner of the screen, I'm using some blue solution to create a visual representation of the areas of our hands that we actually cover when we wash our hands. So we're going to begin washing our hands by rubbing together the palm of our hands, creating friction and actually washing the palm of our hands, as they tend to be the dirtiest part. Next, we're going to wash the back of our hands. Next, we wash our fingertips. It's easy to forget this part, but it is just as important. We tend to forget about under our nails, especially if we don't have visible dirt under them. However, microorganisms are very microscopic, meaning we can't normally see them with our naked eyes. So it's very important to make nail washing a part of your regular hand washing routine. Next, we go to the back of our fingers. We've done so much washing already, but as you can see from the blue demonstration, we haven't yet touched our thumb. So the next area to wash is our thumb area. Things can easily get trapped in the crevices between our fingers. So we're going to go over each finger individually, in between and around, to make sure that we have everything and we didn't miss any area. So the last area to wash is our wrist, and we want to take that soap and rub it at least 1 inch above our wrist. So next we're going to rinse our hands, and I want to point out that it is important to rinse hands from the fingertips to the wrist. That's not demonstrated here, but that's the proper way to do it. Before we wash our hands, the dorsum, that's the back, the palm, and our fingers tend to be the most contaminated area of our hands. As a result, we want to hold our hands downwards. After we've washed our hands, however, the palm and the back of our hands and the fingers are now the cleanest part of our hands, and the wrists moving up are the more contaminated part. So we want to hold our hands up as to prevent water from running down on our fingers and recontaminating those areas. So that is why it is important to wash our hands from the fingertip to the wrist. Did you know there's a proper way to dry your hands? Yes, there is. So just the same as we rinse from the tip to the wrist, we dry from the tip to the wrist. So we start by drying our fingertips, our palms, and our hands, and the last place we dry is the wrist, which is the most contaminated part. We fold that napkin into 2 on the other side, and then we do the same thing to the other hand. Considering that we got enough napkin and the napkin is not completely wet. The last thing we do is to fold that napkin again and turn off the tap. If your napkin is completely wet, you want to get another piece of napkin, because you don't want microorganism or the same dirt that you used to touch the tap when you turned it on initially to get back on your hands through the wet napkin. So you want to get a new napkin if it is too wet. If not, you can fold the same napkin into 2 and turn off the tap. This is optional, but I would recommend moisturizing your hands afterwards, because the more you wash your hands, the drier it will become, and then your hands can become dry and cracked. And the last thing you want is an open wound on a hand that you're trying to prevent microorganisms from entering. And that's it, guys. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share with your friends, share with your family, and leave a comment below and tell me if you've learned anything from this video, or if you thought there was something I could have mentioned that I didn't. Please leave a comment below and do subscribe and press that notification bell beside the subscription button so that you can be notified whenever I post a new video. And that's it. Until next time, I'm your girl Momo. Thanks for watching this video. Take care.